don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened at the last time I attempted to go live. Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all did y'all just hear that? What happened when I went live and then okay. So now I really gotta talk about this. Now I really gotta talk about this. Yo, listen. So, you know, I'm always trying to find a way for artists to make money. Because artists are the ones that always are constantly paying out. The artists are always paying for studio time. The artists are always paying for production. They're paying for, you know what I'm saying, everything. So, when the whole thing came about, everybody getting on all platforms, and it seemed, like your music is on Spotify, and now your music is on you know, on Apple Music, and other major ones, and then afterwards, and then there's the incentive that you're gonna make money as your songs are being streamed, which is cool, and it's a perfect world. Then comes the bullshit. It ain't gonna be no perfect world. Let me plug this phone up. Then come the bullshit. Tell me why. Okay, so I'm fucking with this company called Symphonic Distribution. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tag them in this shit because they could have did me better. They could have did me better. They when I tell you the story, you gonna see what I'm talking about. So I was rocking with Symphonic Distribution for about 3 or 4 years. About 3 or 4 years, yeah. And me having a recording studio, I had access to a lot of artists that wanted to get their music, released. And I'm walking them through, purchasing the beat, man. These funky ass beats ain't costing up but like $29, $39 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it the right way. And we release songs. And I'm not gonna say no names of who it happened to or when it happened, how when, yeah, but who. I'm just gonna leave out who. So I get an email from Symphonic, my distributor, and they're saying like, "Hey, someone has filed a copyright strike against one of the songs." Woo, 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 woo. And I never been through no shit like this, so they telling me like, "Yo, it's your responsibility to trace down who this is, and here's the email address of the person that made the copyright strike," and that's it. So then I gotta go and trace down who made this copyright strike. And come to find out, it's some old Russian dude. Like, okay, so now I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, what the fuck is going on here? You know, I didn't buy the beat. Let's go back. Let's rewind. It's for an artist. I know he purchased the beat. He purchased the beat. And then this Russian dude, Yorto, this Russian dude, end up basically extorting me for a beat that I don't really know if he really owned. But whatever happened, it resulted in the copyright strike being uplifted. But I'm just saying, like, these motherfuckers done found a way. Some old young Russian motherfuckers. They claim they make beats and shit. I doubt they even make beats. I think they just hijacking other people's beats. I don't know what the fuck they doing. They just good with computers. But these Russian motherfuckers over there, y'all. If you ever dealt with any of these Russian listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, beware. There's a scam. When your music is released through these distributors, there's these young Russian motherfuckers. And they're going through and they're randomly picking up shit and they're filing copyright strikes against it, against your song. they won't do it like again. Well, they're not gonna do it against the distributor. No, they're smart. They're gonna find your song on something like iTunes or Apple. iTunes is Apple. They're gonna find your songs on like Apple Music, or they're gonna find your song on like Spotify, and they're gonna file a strike right there. And after they do that, your distributor is gonna hit you back and tell you about a 2-strike rule. So now you at the mercy of what the fuck is going on with this email and his claim. You could, depending on the body of work that you have on the distribution label, you could you could say, hey, I could say fuck them, and you could just eat that. Now that strike ain't gonna leave you, and you only get 2 strikes. You only get 2 strikes. Now that first strike ain't gonna leave you. So you could be like, oh, it ain't, man, fuck them. They can't prove that. No, listen. There's a whole procedure of shit that need to happen with you, the distribution, and that copyright claimant. And what's going to happen is you're going to get shaken down by some Russian. I had to, in another video, I told you how I had to use ChatGPT and convert conversations into Russian and chat back and forth with this dude to close this deal. And then he didn't know how, he only knew how to file a strike. And I had to walk him through releasing the strike. See, man, listen, beware. I'm trying to tell you, this shit took down, I have over 500 songs combined with all these artists on this distribution label. And because some old Russian motherfucker who can't even prove he made the beat filed a copyright strike against not the whole body, not all the distributors, just one distributor. And what that strike against that one distributor does is cause your main distributor, you know what I'm saying, to get back at you and tell you to prove that, man, this shit is listen. These Russians got the biggest scheme of all time. It's the copyright strike scam. It's the copyright strike scam. These motherfuckers go. It's easy to file a strike and just say, hey, that's my beat. They don't have to show no. So far, the distribution company has showed me no evidence of like where this beat is at. No, like there's nothing. There's no song that matches with it. There's no song that matches with it. No evidence. Just a copyright strike. The latest copyright strike I got, the dude can't even. He said, "Okay, so listen to this beat and make sure this is one of your beats, because maybe you know what I'm saying. Like, man, these people are using sample packs, and now one of the samples they use in one of these sample packs probably triggered something, but now it got me locked up in limbo with some shit." And it's threatened. I got another distribution company I've been using that I have for 13 years over in England called Route Note. You know what I'm saying? So I was always in good stand. Now I got a copyright strike from them. We go and traced out, and the dude talking in broken English and shit, telling me, yo, my Instagram was over here. I'm looking at a 3-week-old Instagram. The distribution company that I've been with for 13 years, too stupid to damn look into this shit for me and see that this is a scam, a shakedown. I'm being shakedown by some motherfucking Russians, bro. Some young motherfucking Russians, too. The high, man, listen, they got fake pages. One of them is, hold up, let me see if I can read one. Yo, I get an email and the dude says, send me $70 and I'll release the copyright strike. Bro, this is total extortion, bro. Total extortion. So I go and I trace back the dude. He said, I am, he said, yes, am a real person. And he spelled I'm with AM. That let me know that he's a foreigner. If you over here in America, you ain't saying I'm with AM. You gonna spell it with whatever, man. But yeah, so I could tell by the dialogue we interchanging back and forth that this is another motherfucking Russian, yo. This is a Russian. Listen, this is a copyright. This is a Russian copyright strike scam. I had the last time I went through this right here. It took 2 months. It took 2 months. The album, a freshly released album from one of my clients, was put in limbo for 2 months. 2 months over this one song on the album. Man, this shit is crazy. Y'all better be careful out there. Know how you dealing with these beat makers. Better know how you dealing with these beat makers. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you getting the right proof of it. That's why I can't listen. You know what? NFTs is going to solve this. NFTs, and I ain't talking about selling no monkey art and no bullshit like that. I'm talking about NFTs. Talking about like blockchain technology. Blockchain technology will be a way of solving this kind of problem because everything will be traced. All transactions are transparent on the blockchain, and you could at least say, hey, I'm going to release this amount of beats. But when you put your shit on BeatStars and it's just open right there, man, BeatStars don't have no limit how many leases they're going to sell of this one beat right here, man. So now when you out there trying to make your money and shit, man, this shit is corny now. This shit is corny now. You can't just sell. There should be like a cap. Like, don't sell no more than this amount of leases per beat. This amount of leases per beat. And if you need to, raise your price, but you gotta have some type of. You can't just let 50 people buy the same beat. 50 people buy the same beat, the same lease. Now this situation pop up like this, and now I'm facing a copyright strike. I remember on Symphonic, and the whole shit about Symphonic Distribution, when I was with Symphonic Distribution, yo, it wasn't my fault. These motherfuckers was going up and monetizing the damn producers' beats. Word up. Yo, listen. So an artist will buy a beat. Okay, there would be a beat on YouTube. And then the artist would go and follow the link to the BeatStars. They'll purchase the beat on BeatStars. Now with that lease, they had a confidence and the right to go and upload that bitch to to all platforms and your favorite distributors and shit like that. When I loaded up on Symphonic, man, Symphonic was bold with it. Symphonic was going so deep with it. Pause. They was damn going to the producer's actual YouTube channel and monetizing the producer's YouTube channel for the beat. Oh man, that shit was crazy. And I seen that shit and I was like, yo, this artist got like 10,000 views. I'm like, yo, we didn't do no promotion on this shit or nothing. I go back and look in the back dashboard, and these motherfuckers done went and monetized shit. Other people's videos that got like 10,000 and 100,000 views and shit. I ain't do that. That was a distribution company that wasn't doing their job. And or their computers that's not doing their job. You get what I'm saying? Or you can't be selling 50 and 100 leases of the same beat. God damn, man. How greedy are you gonna be, man? After you sell a certain amount of the beats, take that bitch down. No. These motherfuckers want to keep the beat up. They'll sell on 200 of these bitches. And then want production credits on all the songs that was made off the shit. Man, start that clock. So now here I am back in the same jam again with a distribution company that I've been, because like when the shit happened over there with Symphonic and shit, we got disenfranchised with that. So we moved his music to another distribution label that I was working with for 13 years. And this is Route Note. Route Note is a good, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Route Note. I'm always fuck with Route Note. But now here we over here, and I'm facing a copyright strike with Route Note because of this same bullshit with these Russians. Go back, look into the 2-week-old Instagram pages and shit. Motherfuckers talk about am instead of I'm. Man, come on, man. And the distribution companies, you don't get to talk to humans no more. You don't get to talk to humans no more, so you can't explain this shit to nobody. Now I'm facing a whole catalog worth of music is in jeopardy because of these motherfuckers. Watch out for the Russian copyright strike scam. This shit is real. This shit is real. Listen, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Do you hear me? All that music that you put on not Spotify, all that music that you put on all platforms, all that body of work that you got out, that you've been, man, them little checks that be coming to you every once in a while that you like, you know what I'm saying, them random threshold, after that threshold is met, that checks coming, all of that is in jeopardy right now because people are going randomly and picking songs and putting copyright strikes on people. That's forcing you to have to resolve this shit in their way. You got a choice. I'm going to argue about this motherfucker and 30. See, when I got, it was for what? Like $35. Now today, this time, it's $70. So now I got to make the decision. Am I going to let a 13-year-old catalog of music go for $70, or I'm going to bullshit with these niggas? And this is how this shit, man, this is how this shit is happening. Y'all better watch out. And this the second time I'm dealing with some shit like that. And it's always linked back to Russia. Russia. I'm talking about these motherfuckers can't even speak English, bro. They Russians. When I tried to go live the first time, man, I ain't gonna say they did it, but man, this the second attempt right here. Swear to God, this the promise of God. This is the second attempt right here. Watch out for these Russians. Don't buy no beats from Russians. I said it. Do not buy no beats from Russians. The Russians, you know what I'm saying, they're on some bullshit right now, and they filing copyright strikes they're throwing intercontinental ballistic, you know what I'm saying, copyright strikes. These are strikes. Attacking your paper, your money. Yeah, damn right. Damn right. When them motherfuckers start sending you all them emails and shit, them, especially Yarto, and something make the keys, or something made the keys, Yuki made the keys. I don't know, man. They keep making up corny ass names, bro. But you be learn to peep them out. Look deeper into these niggas, man. To these people that's making these beats and putting these, I'm trying to tell you, there's a whole shit going on, and niggas is getting extorted. Extorted. You heard it from me first. You probably never heard this shit before, but I'm trying to tell you, this is the reality. Look, go look it up. I looked it up on Perplexity and see if I was the only one going through this. Hell no. Perplexity know about it. Man, look this shit up, man. I know I ain't the only one went through this shit. Shit crazy. Start that clock.